Thanks for clicking on my QR code, which for today in August 2023 is somewhat state-of-the-art for someone to add to a tombstone. You are A, someone who would just like to know more about me, B, an old friend, or C, a recent or future relative of mine. At any rate, welcome. I am Phillip Eugene Cobb, currently age 80, born in Toledo, Ohio on January 7th, 1943 to Cleone Irma Sabiers from Oak Harbor, Ohio, and William H. Cobb from Morganton, North Carolina. I attended Thomas A. DeVilbiss High School in Toledo, where I was elected president of my senior class. I next followed my older brother Dave Cobb to Ohio State University, where I likewise joined Phi Delta Theta fraternity and also ran our fraternity kitchen for 3 years. During college, I spent 3 summers in Hyannis, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, working at various bars, restaurants, which led to a 30-year career in that business. After graduating in 1965, I took a job with the International Paper Company, which got me to Dallas, Texas. 6 years later, I met a guy named Gene Street, and we opened J. Alfred's Bar restaurant, currently the site of Al Bernay's Steakhouse on Oak Lawn Avenue. During the next 17 years, we owned, managed, or franchised over 85 restaurants in Texas, Colorado, and Arizona. The best known of these concepts were the Dixie House and the Black Eyed Pea. After selling out in 1986 to a British company, Unigate, I joined Scott Fickling, where we co-operated the San Francisco Rose, St. Martin's, and 3 Balboa Cafes, all in Texas. In '88, I became majority owner of the Dallas Sidekicks, an indoor soccer team that won the Western Conference in '89. In '93, I became partners with my second wife, Janet, in Mi Piace restaurant in Addison, followed by Natura Cafe and Salve, both on McKinney Avenue. We both retired in 2004. Various awards and organizations that I've been involved with include, number 1, president of the Vineyard Association, which morphed into the Uptown Public Improvement District, where I also served as chairman for 2 years. Number 2, Texas Restaurateur of the Year with Gene Street in 1980. Number 3, partners with Janet and 2 other people in the privatization of the Dallas Farmers Market. Number 4, a board member for 5 years in the downtown Dallas organization. But my best give back to Dallas was co-founding the McKinney Avenue Trolley in 1983 with Ed Landrum. Currently in our 34th year of continuous operation and have grown from a fleet of 4 cars to an 8th car coming in 2025. Our ridership has grown from 40,000 a year to over 500,000 annually in the last 4 years. With respect to my family, I was preceded in death by my mother and father, and also by my younger sister, Marcia Cobb Warner, while she was living in Kingwood, Texas. She is survived by her husband, Herb Warner, and his friend, Robin. Marcia and Herb have 2 daughters, Larissa and her husband, Francis Chow, and their 2 sons, Justin and Andrew. Their second daughter, Paige, and her husband, Paul Smith, have 2 children, a daughter, Morgan, and son, Dakota Smith. My older brother, Dave Cobb, and his wife, Carol, have 2 daughters. Their first, Tracy, and her husband, Paul Amadan, and their second daughter, Jennifer, and her husband, Mike Anticoli, and their 2 boys, Luke and Ben. Finally, on my side, I have 2 lovely daughters from my first marriage to Dinah Sargent. Savannah, who is about to marry her second husband, Chaz, this summer, and my youngest, Sierra, living in Berlin, Germany, with her husband, Fabian, and just gave birth to my first biological grandchild, a girl named Zoe, who was born on my birthday this year, January 7th, 2023. Yay! But last, but certainly not least, I'm so proud of my stepfamily on Janet's side. Number 1, her oldest son, Brian Black, and his wife, Sonia. I have 3 boys, Jackson, followed by the twins, Jake and Garrett. Number 2, Janet's younger son, Blair Black, has a lovely daughter, Layla, now 5 years old, and they're volunteers at the trolley. Thanks for checking on me, and by the way, go Bucks!